Tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Jacqueline Gabbert. I'm a goalie and I'm 6 foot and I play for Soccer's FC Chicago.
Can you tell me a little bit about your experience playing goalie?
Well, I've played soccer since I was 2 years old, but I didn't end up playing goalie until I was 14. But I would play sometimes when they needed someone or a goalie was hurt, but I never did goalie training I think I played in a few actual games as a goalie, but it wasn't really something I wanted to do. I was a forward, I wanted to score, and now I'm the one trying to not let people score. So I've only played goalie for about 2 years now.
What are your strengths in the goalie position?
I would say obviously I got gifted a little bit with my frame because I'm 6 foot, but I would also say that I feel like I'm good at communication and leading people on the field, letting them know when someone's coming, or I try to do my best to channel my inner field player when they pass me the ball, but it doesn't always work out that way. And I would say that I feel like I'm very good with high balls, like corner kicks, stuff like that. So, yeah.
Okay. How do you feel that you handle pressure? Any kind of high stakes situation, how do you handle it?
I personally, this is a weird take from a goalie, I love PKs. I don't always get them, but I love PKs, I love corner kicks, and those are most of the times when people score. But I also feel like that gives me those are the best opportunity for me to make a save. Because corners, everybody's in the box, the ball's bumbling around, it can be right at you, you have to go get it. There's people coming at you with their head when you're trying to grab it. I just feel like those are my favorite situations in the games. But then I also love it when the ball is on the other side of the field the entire game and I'm just kind of directing everybody.
So you feel like you're a natural team leader?
I try, but I definitely, I do my best to not make it come across as I'm trying to be bossy, just the best what they need to hear at that time.
Okay. How do you control the overall dynamic of your team?
I would say, I love going to practice just to see my teammates. I love talking with them. And I also think I contribute. I feel like I could talk to anyone on that team, have a conversation with anyone. So, yeah.
Okay. How do you support your teammates? I'll say either on or off the field.
Yeah, obviously, my teammates have done wonderful things with recruiting and soccer. They're all going to wonderful universities or talking to wonderful universities. So I'm very supportive and very proud of everything that they've done. I also, we go out to dinners and we go to trips, and I try to make sure everyone's there and, everybody's going to a good restaurant and, yeah.
Okay. What's your ideal school, and what kind of team dynamic do you feel like you would thrive in?
I feel like I very much value academics just as much as the level of play of soccer. So I'm looking for a very academically and soccer strong school. And I feel like the team dynamic, it should just feel like a second family. Like you could talk to anyone on that team. Your coach should feel like you're comfortable telling them things, but also they still have a firm kind of commanding, presence to you because they're your coach. But I just feel like you should be able to talk to anyone on your team and feel welcome when you're doing that.
All right, so you just mentioned academics. So how do you balance your academia as well as your sports obligation, your athletics?
I go to a very rigorous Catholic high school, so I obviously have my fair share of homework and tests, and I still practice 4 days a week, 4 to 5 days a week, and I also do workouts and goalie trainings and on top of that, and then there's games on the weekend. So obviously I have a very full schedule, but I always make sure I finish my homework the night before or after practice, or if I really got a lot going on, then maybe I'll work out on the weekend and do homework before and after practice. But I always make sure I'm at practice and my homework is done before I go to school.
How do you handle adversity within a game? How do you handle adversity? You're having a terrible game. How do you continue to just keep pushing the envelope and just making sure you put yourself in the right?
I would say the biggest way I've learned to just keep going and not worry about it, because you're still in a game. If you get scored on, so what? It's 1-0 or whatever the score may be. You can't let that mistake repeatedly happen again and again and again in the same situation. Because if you keep thinking about it oh my God, I could have gotten that, well, yeah, you probably could have, but that's not what you should be worried about right now.
That's good. All right. So, final question. What are your goals as a soccer player, both short-term and long-term? What do you see soccer bringing you in the future, Jacqueline Gabbert?
I have always wanted to play college soccer since I was a little kid, so I definitely want to make that younger self proud and continue my soccer career at a university, and I also want to go on and use my degree that I got from the school that I play soccer at to hopefully go to law school and continue on in the sports field. I mean, my dream is to be a sports agent. Obviously, that's a very hard field to get into, but I hope that as I go through school as an athlete, that would also help me kind of understand how much it really takes, and I could definitely be looked upon as more of a asset in the workforce if I've already been an athlete. And so I definitely feel like I would hopefully use me playing soccer for the better when I'm older.
Perfect.